post on WallStreetBets right now.
You're reading a Wall Street Bets Reddit post right now?
Yeah,
on the
right
podcast?
now.
Alex, you're on your phone in the podcast.
I'm sorry, but you really got to hear what this message says.
Let's hear it.
All right, so this is a message between, I'm assuming, someone's significant other and themselves. And it's just like, oh, what's the $10,000 charge on our bank account? And then they reply with, put that into our investment account. Okay, keep me involved in these decisions in the future. Sorry, I will next time. Love you.
Dude, the fact that this could be real.
Yeah. the whole thing was that it was a post on WallStreetBets and they had lost like all that money, supposedly.
Oh, whole 10K?
Yeah, supposedly. I don't know like how the whole thing works. I don't know what level of irony WallStreetBets like cuts off at.
The thing is, like, there have been legitimate posts talking about losing more than that.
Yeah.
Have been,
it's
real.
It's called like loss porn. Like they call it. I'm pretty sure that's what they call it. Like they just post like fucking or other people like critics of Wall Street Bets will call it that. Like where they post like pictures of their Robinhood and it's like negative 300K or some shit.
My life savings.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Imagine like being gone so hard that's how you cope and enjoy it.
That's just it's just gambling.
Yeah,
like, it's just an addiction that they can't really, because they see the problem is Wall Street Bets itself, because you see people who have gain porn and they're like up $300,000 and
when
people nut from gain porn.
People what?
People nut from gain porn.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they edge to loss porn.
They're riding that line.
And then they lose it all.
Definitely,
everything
like
that they have.
The Wall Street Bets like culture, like around stocks, is definitely like gambly. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, we saw the same shit in, like microtransaction gambling as well.
Yeah,
it's the same kind of mindset where it's just like you see people winning big, and then you also want to win.
Oh, big. I can do that. I can really do that.
Like if this person can do it in only 10,000 crates that they open, I can do it surely in one.
Yeah. But it's like, they completely forget that, like, one, this person is making a fuck ton of money off opening these crates. Like, just like they have like all the expendable cash. Yeah, literally.
They're getting win porn while you're making loss porn.
Like, there are obviously some bad cases where like there are gambling addicts who definitely like lose shit because they just spent so much on crates and shit.
Oh yeah.
But like the majority of people, they're not opening those crates at a loss. You know what I mean? Like they're making that well back.
Yeah, they got a sponsorship deal and they're like, I just got to play CSGO for like 3 hours. Let's open up some cases.
Yeah. I mean, if they don't get a sponsorship directly from the company, that's
their YouTube shit is making money, or other sponsorships or whatever.
Or they're getting sponsored by the fucking whatever website they're getting their goddamn crates off.
Gambling site.
Syndicate and what was the other Call of Duty?
Yeah, I forgot that there were websites that actually do that. Like
there's
the crates.
I know for Rust, there's literally Rusty Pot, which is like a website that people go to like, oh, you can win big on skins at Rusty Pot. It's like, no, you're fucking not.
Yeah. You can lose big on skins.
Yeah, you can maybe get $20.
You can
like,
give me
don't
money.
go past.
No, I know. I had a friend, Nick.
Yeah.
Shout out Nick. I'm gonna fucking point out his lost porn. He what's it called? He went from like this $2 skin on CS:GO to like this like $50 or $60 knife, and then he pulled it out, and then he was like, I'm going back in, and then he lost it completely. And that was like his only knife he ever had. It was fucked.
It was good that he started from nothing.
Yeah,
so he wasn't actually losing.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal.
That's the big win porn.
Yeah, true. That's like
the zero to hero.
You got to ride the train. Yeah. No. Zero to hero. Okay. Look, I'm not a gambling advocate, but when you do it and it works, it's so much fun.
Absolutely. That's why I play Tarkov nowadays.
Yeah,
it's like
it feels like gambling.
Yeah, in a way, honestly. Because like I run in there with like just a Mosin and some like mid to high tier ammo.
Yeah,
and it's like I can headshot. If I headshot them, they're done. They're dead.
You get all their loot.
But I have a bolt action rifle against their many automatic weapons and probably 3 of them.
Yeah.
So,
but yours is probably a much lower commitment in terms of gear.
Yeah,
right?
I spend like about 40,000 rubles a run. They're probably they're risking like probably 500,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus.
That's the life. That's the life I live.
Scavenger mode.
I'm a rat.
You're like Robin Hood, but for yourself.
Yeah.
You just like kill rich people, get all their gear.
I just sell it to fund more Moses.
Yeah.
That's like saying any mugger is like Robin Hood because they just steal from rich people and keep it for themselves. Bro, you're basically like Robin Hood. You're like the poor, bro.
Robin Hood for yourself.
He's Robin Hood and he's the poor.
Welcome to the NULL podcast.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Alex.
I'm Zane.
We haven't done this in 4 weeks.
And we haven't done this in this house.
Oh, yeah.
We moved studios. We also moved places of being and
Studios.
existing. Yeah, studios in quotation.
Yeah.
Well, the studio previously was my bedroom.
Yeah, and now it's your basement.
Yeah.
We're still in whatever state it's legal to do whatever drug we're talking about.
Or country.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
We're doing heroin today, boys. We're in Afghanistan.
The podcast just ends with like silence.
Yeah.
You hear us tying off.
Yeah, just 20 minutes.
Just grunts.
The moving was a process. It was
I'm
more than
gonna
I
honestly
expected.
say it wasn't too bad though.
I would say it was pretty bad.
Whoa.
I had a tough time moving.
Okay. Yeah, you were on truck duty.
Yeah,
Shit.
that is fair.
That was so annoying. Yeah, it was basically
I was in
like
truck bed duty.
someone was supposed to come with me.
I woke up a little late.
Yeah.
And completely forgot about
And then he had a class like to go to.
Yeah. Well, I already told you guys that part, but
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I forgot.
Oh, well.
Well,
I definitely said something.
I guess it didn't happen.
Well.
I don't remember.
Pretty sure you're gaslighting
You're
us.
gaslighting me right
No.
now.
I'm counter gaslighting.
The manipulation tactics are too much for my brain.
We're back in business, boys. Right back to gaslighting each other.
Right where we belong.
It's good to be back though. I kind of don't like the break, but I kind of needed it because like moving out of my parents' house for basically the first time in my life. I had been away from them before, but when I was like a freshman in high school, and it wasn't for like the foreseeable future. It was only for like the winter. But so adjusting has been like my major focus. And honestly, it's taken me a bit because it's at this point right now, I'm let's see, we moved on the 2nd of September. So what is that, like 2 weeks now? Yeah, about 2 weeks. I still feel like this place isn't my home. It just feels like a vacation that I'm staying at or a vacation home that I'm staying at for an extended period of time. And then,
I was just gonna say, once you get rid of the boxes, and you start living in it, all the time.
The problem with that is like we need furniture to be able to do that, and the furniture is coming in so slowly. I'm gonna have boxes in my room for like another couple months.
You can get rid of the boxes without having furniture.
No, because some of them have stuff in them. I can get rid of like
you're saying like there's like stuff that needs to go on shelves and things like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of just various stuff. Like there's a
knickknacks
lot of
and tchotchkes.
There's a box of music stuff like just sitting in the middle of the floor beyond this wall.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to personalize every room. Like I said, I told you, I think it was like last night or something, but I wanted to just essentially have like loot in every room. Like I want to.
I want this house to be my dungeon.
Yeah, I'm like, you're just setting yourself up to just pure boredom.
Yeah, is that not what you're supposed to do? Like in a house that you own, it's like I want to walk
doing it in such a like a weird way. Just get like a.
What do you
hobby.
mean? Okay.
He's feeling personally attacked.
My microphone fell.
It was also pointing at your chest, so it's good.
Yeah, it's upside down.
Readjust.
Okay.
But
I just want to walk in a room and have like fidget toys or something that I can do. You know what I mean?
This is the fidget spinner room. This is my pop-it room.
Hey, Zane walks around the house just as much as I do. We're going in literal circles in the fucking between the kitchen and the living room. You're telling me that if you didn't have something to just like pick up and just be like, oh, let's fuck with this for like 5 minutes, that wouldn't be awesome?
I mean, I guess, but like, I don't know. Like, personally for me, I go to like rooms to do things. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm in the living room, I'm going there to like watch TV or smoke weed or hang out with people.
I need like that 30 seconds of entering a room to like just think about what the fuck I need to do. And so if I have
use
just like
the fidget toy to remember.
Yes.
I see.
It's all practical purpose.
I see. You should get tested, I think.
For what?
Never mind. We don't. We'll talk about it after.
For being too goddamn intelligent. It's called savant syndrome, not autism.
Savant syndrome.
Yeah,
it's called Rain Man syndrome. Have you ever heard of it?
I'm just more intelligent than the average person. Something that I have definitely started to feel since I've moved into this house is not having my living room, my bedroom, and my like media
in one place.
Yeah. It's definitely helped my mindset because like working on music, I haven't, since I've lived at the old apartment, like I haven't had the mindset or like the drive to sit down and start working on music because I've had like an album that I'm trying to finish up for like Dave Sean Tyler and everything, our band
Admin?
For like ever. Yeah. And it's just been sitting there and I'm like, well, I could finish it.
Yeah.
Or I could start working on it. And then I'm like, well, I'd rather watch YouTube for 6 hours.
Yeah.
But now it's
I'd rather watch archaeology iceberg video.
I'd rather watch this insanely specific geography video about a fucking volcano on an island where there's a lake in the volcano crater and with an
indigenous tribe that's never been met before.
Yeah. Like that shit. I mean, I still kind of do that, but I do that in the living room now where I watch like 1 or 2 episodes of something or like just a show that I'm watching. And then I'll be like, I want to do this. And I go into my room or I go down in the basement here to do that.
Gives you a reason to move around.
Yeah.
Would you say that you've like fully separated this this basement as like your workspace / gaming?
Yeah, definitely. I haven't even done too much gaming with it because
you play Rocket League and don't invite me.
We first of all, Rocket League is hard because it's not like a multiplayer game.
It is
like
it literally is.
Listen, I don't mean multiplayer in the sense that it's like a single player game versus a multiplayer game. It's
He's just like, trying to say I'm bad at the fucking game.
That's like what you tell your little brother when he wants to play the game. Oh no, it's single player. It's single. And you're playing Mario Bros or some shit.
That's not what I'm trying to get. I like playing with you. It's just that when I get invited to play Rocket League, it's with like other people who are already filling the slots because when we play ranked and there's not the
never mind.
Level game,
I don't want to play.
The highest person game mode is 4v4 and you can't be on the other team when we play online or whatever. We could do like private match, but that only happens rarely because it's like when you would play, we would only have like a couple people. It's just like situational. And I played like 2 times the week that we first moved in here.
Zane, okay?
I'm just explaining my situation. If I'm going to be called out in public,
I'm just saying that when I walk
on my platform,
in my house.
When I come downstairs and you're not working on music, I'm just saying that, you know, that controller's plugged in.
You're fucking micromanaging me.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're like, you should be playing Rocket League with me right now instead of doing whatever the fuck this is.
Well, playing Rocket League with other people?
Look, man, if he got invited and the spots are filled, it's not his fault.
No, I'm not mad. I'm pissed.
Valid.
Rocket League, make 5v5 now.
Right now.
But the thing is with 4v4, it's not fun. Like
really?
No, I fully get that.
It's too many people.
It's just so chaotic. There's no fucking boost to get anywhere. You're just putzing around, like looking at there's no strategy involved. You're just like going towards the ball and hoping that it makes it in the net. There's like nothing you could do to get any sort of strategy or team comp ready. And with I don't like solos either because it's a similar reason. It's like you could just get a kickoff goal. Like right off the bat. The scores for like per match are averaging like 6 to 7 or like 12 to 9 or some shit like that. Meanwhile, in like 3s and 2s, it's a lot more competitive. Yeah, it's a lot more competitive because it's more structured. It's like you have to be able to rotate and, you know, be between
managing the boosts and shit. Yeah.
I mean, there's 2s and 3s are a lot different from each other, but there's still like similar aspects that go into each of them that you can kind of, you know, learn and traverse across them. But that's what I'm saying is like 2s and 3s, it's literally like 2 people playing. Like you can't, it's not like CSGO where there's what is it, like 5 or 6?
Yeah, 5v5.
Yeah. I guess it's not much more, but you get what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, I get that I'm bad at the game.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, I get it.
You're trash, Alex, and you're not allowed to play with it.
I 100% own up to it. And honestly, I'm not even that pressed. I kind of like out of
Alex is
every
on the
game
verge
that
of
I own,
tears.
Rocket League is one of the least ones I want to play.
Same, and I have 900 hours. I mean, it's fun, but it's mostly just because of the competitive aspects. And I'm like champion in the game, so I kind of care about my rank. But if I were to never touch Rocket League again, I would be content with my life.
Sounds like League.
Yeah, I was about to say it sounds like a bad addiction.
Yeah, well, it's just fun to just bullshit around. We made a playlist on Spotify that's like the most mediocre or like pop rap songs ever. Or it's not even specifically pop rap. There's like Evanescence in there.
Oh my god.
There's like some old Linkin Park.
Did you play ironically, and this is how it like went wrong?
Play Rocket League ironically or the playlist?
Both.
No, I liked Rocket League in the beginning. I hated it at the beginning because I was like, this is dumb. It's just car soccer. And then I played it and I was like, it's kind of fun. And we
Car soccer.
That's kind of what it is. Because it's like such a simple premise, but the amount of it's mostly because of the high skill ceiling that makes it fun. Because you can do like
options.
You can do some absolutely crazy shit.
Yeah, I feel like I missed like entirely the barrier to entry, and the only people who play that game now are either like people who are smurfing or are the rank.
There's not a lot of smurfing in Rocket League, to be honest. There is some, but there's not as much as there is in Valorant. I mean, you play unranked once, and there's going to be like probably one smurf.
Okay.
It's like there's just even if it's not like a super high rank, it's going to be someone who's like platinum, and you're playing in iron or bronze.
Unranked is boring anyway.
Yeah, it's like
loser mode.
I like playing Valorant, but I want that competitive aspect because everyone that I play with anyways is what?
Still play.
I want to.
Valorant season?
Account 5?
Account 5. Just go back onto one of your other ones.
It's 6.
Yeah, with Valorant, it's just I like the competitive aspect, and no one wants to play competitive. So
in our group, So
I'm at the part where I feel bad playing with you guys because it's just like I feel like unless I like heavily nerf myself by like playing without a crosshair or some dumb shit, I just like I make the game not fun to play, and that's
I think it's fun to play. I mean, it doesn't matter if you frag out. It's like I still like. There's things that I'm still playing and I'm doing. It's
coming
not like
together with people as a team and like winning the game.
And I like before a match, I'm like, all right, let's try to do this now. Or like in the middle of a match, I'm not like an IGL or anything, but I like talking to my teammates. Like, let's try to do this. Like, let's go to this. But it seems like every time either people don't want to do that because it's unrated, or it's just they're like, oh, it's not competitive.
Yeah. So why do you care?
Why am I trying so much? And it's like, I don't like to play Valorant casually.
Yeah,
like I like being competitive. I like winning.
Yeah, no, I'm a competitive person like by nature. Just like in like any game that I play, I'll be like, I want to win. You know what I mean? Unless it's like some dumb bullshit game that it's like nobody, like everyone's drunk and nobody cares. You know what I mean? Like
Among Us.
Like a
Among Us, I take pretty seriously.
I'm like bronze 4.
My heart gets racing in Among Us. I'm not even gonna lie.
You should see me on the what the fuck? What's the one the dumb aim training game? Aim Labs. Oh my god, I ruined my own fucking joke.
You should see me on Aim Labs.
You should see me on the
stupid.
Yeah, thanks guys.
You ruined it. I don't know why you're going at us.
Because I have to lash out somewhere, okay? You know what?
I have to freaking get it out.
I want to perpetuate the cycle of violence.
So if you
video games,
I was gonna say, so have you guys seen
GTA 6 kind of blows ass, dick and
Shut
balls.
the fuck up. It's a pre-alpha. It's gonna look shitty.
It looks like a Unity project.
It's gonna look shitty. It's fucking pre-alpha. None of the lighting is done.
Then why did they leak it?
Do you think Rockstar leaked it?
I think
it is a lot of leaks, and it is like source material. Like it's not like a recording off someone's phone of some shit, like some random clip. It's like a lot of released stuff. I don't know the nature of the leak. I
feel like it would be so easy to run like some shitty Unity thing, have like a beta branch work of like part of a video game, and then just upload it and be like, yeah, GTA 6.
So you think this is a psyop? You think somebody else?
I think
you think this is somebody else's project?
Yeah,
Dark Brandon strikes again.
this is what the government doesn't want you knowing.
I mean, like
But yes, I do think it is like some faked fucking.
I mean,
I think it looks way too detailed.
It looks too.
There's a lot of minute details that look a lot
They're
like
Rockstar isms.
You can get like some fucking high poly model ripped and then just like fucking throw it in.
That's true. They would have had to put in a lot of fucking work to be able to do this.
They also have voice act.
You don't know how much goes into that. Imagine how much. Look how long it took to even build GTA 5 because they had to do a whole new engine for that. They're probably building this off of like a Red Dead 2 Redemption. Or
Red Dead 2 Redemption.
He said Red Dead 2 Redemption.
Look at him. They probably built it off of that engine.
No, definitely.
Anyways.
It looks like it.
So like I feel like even if it was like a mod or something that they ripped from the game, they would have had to put, even if it's like one or two dudes, I don't feel like anyone would be wanting to put in that much work just for like a high tier shit post of making people believe that this is a leak from actual Rockstar.
Because you also have to look at like the voice acting and stuff too. Like they had like real voice acting lines from like, and that sounded professional. Like you can like, have you ever heard of like Fallout mods or like even like the really big ones that are like
I
developed
get
over
those.
years? The voice acting is not anywhere near what was.
But like those lines could be pulled from anywhere.
Oh, you think it could be pulled from an old game or something?
Literally anywhere.
That requires even more work. There's so many voice lines going on.
Do you know how many people have been trying to sell that Half-Life 3 is being released for years?
Yeah, but the thing is that Valve has never like said anything about the release of Half-Life.
No, but
Rockstar talked about that they were working on GTA 6. And they released like a screenshot of the character, like the front like shit of that Latina girl or whatever, and it matched up to the player model of the character, I think. I know you think differently.
I don't know. I just think even if it's a pre-alpha, it looks like it will be shit.
I think it looks like a pre-alpha. Like I think it works.
Because like games look like shit up until like even when they get released. A lot of work goes in.
I'm just saying that when
release.
they re-release multiplayer for the 8th time in GTA 6, that I still won't be playing it.
That's fair.
You won't play GTA 6?
That's a step too far, but I will
multiplayer.
Like I will play it for probably like 3 months tops.
If they have the same kind of systems or the way that it kind of
it just looks like nothing new.
I don't know. I think there's some new stuff. I mean, we don't see any of the new stuff yet, probably because they're still working on it.
Yeah, that is fair. But I don't know, like if you're gonna bring in some like Just Cause 2 system or something, like
think about how much they've already added in the alpha stage of this game. I mean, there's already way more detail.
Grab money 2090 GTX animation.
But you were complaining about Red Dead 2 doing that.
Yeah, I was just being okay. Hold up. That was a real thing. Red Dead 2 has way too like I love the animation, but I hate the time it takes. I get why GTA 6 is doing it as well. I'm just saying that like I'm just saying that it looks like there's really nothing novel or like attention grabbing from a GTA 6 release. It doesn't generate any hype. Like a GTA 6 release, what does it really do for you guys?
We don't know.
Well, I mean, like, like the thing is that there hasn't
like you
been...
see leaked footage. Are you only hyped that's like, oh, they're working on it, the thing they said they were doing?
Oh, well, no, I think it's like, I think it looks good personally. I think it like for what it is, because it is a pre-alpha, like anything in pre-alpha development relatively looks like shit, but it looks like, because personally, I liked like a lot of the Red Dead, like I liked a lot of what they did in Red Dead Redemption 2 in terms of like the world that you could like interact with like all the people and like you could do like a lot of like there's all those like random side quests that aren't marked or anything, but they just like show up randomly. You know what I mean? Like a lot of that stuff, which didn't really exist in GTA 5.
No,
you know what I mean? Like
I agree,
there were like some missions like that, like the random pop-up things, but it was few and far in between. Whereas like Red Dead
really
2,
lackluster.
Yeah. Whereas Red Dead 2, I feel like they were more developed and it felt like cool. You know, like there would, you know, like you'd be riding your horse and there's some lady on the side of the road with like the horse on top of her with a broken leg, and then she's like asking for help, and then you go to help her and then you get ambushed or some shit. Like there's like a lot of cool things that are just going on in the world. And I think like if they bring that to a GTA game, I think that's what's exciting.
Okay.
You know,
It
that's
seems
what I'm
like-
saying is exciting.
All right. Yeah. No,
Like,
I see
I'm
that
not like
angle, yeah.
I'm not jerking off like, oh, GTA 6, like the number 6, they have it. No. But like it's just that like I saw what they did with Red Dead Redemption 2 and I was like, dude, if this was in GTA 6, it would be sick.
Okay,
you know what
so
I mean?
you're hyped over the potential,
Yeah.
not okay.
Well, yeah, because it's leaked
alpha.
footage. We're not gonna see
Yeah,
anything.
no, okay. I'm just saying no shit, but like, you know,
There's also
You're taking it for the
I'm
face value.
just-
Like, this is the game that we're going to be playing.
I'm just
see your
restating what he says
Yeah, no.
to make the confirmation of this statement.
Yeah. The world building, I think, well, GTA 5 came out in what, 2013?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the amount of progression that's happened, even in just visual aspects, has been greatly expanded upon because of how much, mostly on
The
the
tech.
software side. Yeah, like the tech of, I mean, look at Unreal Engine 5 that came out.
Oh my
Like
god,
that-
Unreal Engine 5 is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, the amount of shit that
It's
they packed
insane.
in there to be able to have computers run really high quality textures way more. Like
without like sacrificing so many resources. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
previously we were hitting like a barrier, and I feel
Yeah.
like we just hit like a major breakthrough
Yeah.
in being able to bring this to like moderate PCs. Even if it looks not as good as it can be, it's still like a huge step up from what we had back in the 2010s.
Yeah, we just kept trying to push the limit instead of like trying to be more efficient.
We were pushing hardware to the limit, but then we scaled it way back with software. So we kind of hit like we raised the ceiling a fuck ton with all this new software. So even in the alpha stage, I think that was my biggest surprise, I guess.
Like
That
for
was-
an alpha, I thought it looked good.
for it, because the lighting looks honestly
looks
way
plastic.
more realistic than I expect out of a GTA game.
I thought it looked a little plastic because I don't think the lighting is
But that's the
finished.
thing
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
realistic lighting, if you don't have like PBR or like
Yeah.
high quality textures, it will look plastic
That's
because
true.
what they're doing is basically just reflecting the light off of plain surfaces.
I get what you're saying.
That's what I saw in the more important game, Pikmin 4, that got announced finally.
I've never played a Pikmin game. I think I think I played like day one of like some Pikmin game, maybe Pikmin 2.
I think
Day one of Pikmin, you would have been like 3 years old.
I think I played.
No, not like day one, but I mean like the first day in Pikmin
Oh,
the game.
yeah. Okay.
I played a Pikmin on the PS Vita in a Best Buy in 2000.
That is
something.
impossible. It's
No,
a
it's
Nintendo
not.
game.
It's not. Well, then I played it on a Nintendo. I played it on something at a Best Buy. I played it. No, because I remember playing Metal Gear Solid on the PSP specifically. That was on the PSP. And I
Which
remember
Metal
playing,
Gear Solid game?
I think it was Solid Snake.
Peace Walker. That's the only one that came out on the Vita.
I don't know. I've literally never played a Metal Gear game other than that time on a PSP once. I don't remember what Metal Gear game it was.
Pikmin would never be on anything other than a Nintendo game.
Yeah, you really think
I-
Nintendo would let that happen?
I didn't know it was a Nintendo game, but I played it at a Best Buy one time on a mobile game thing.
I remember playing.
Was it not
Pikmin.
on the DS?
No,
I think it was on the GameCube.
Was it on the
right?
Wii
Pikmin
U?
1 was a launch title for GameCube.
Was it ever on the Wii U?
Yeah, it was.
I think
Pikmin
it
3 was on the Wii U.
It must have been the Wii U.
Okay.
Oh, I might have played Pikmin 1 then because I remember playing it on a GameCube.
Pikmin 1 and 2 were on the GameCube. Pikmin 3 was on the Wii U. That's why no one played it.
GameCube.
These GameCubes.
Owned. Nintendo owned.
I fucking hate Nintendo because of that though, because it's like every
GameCubes?
wait, what?
For GameCubes?
Yes.
Yeah. The rest of their fucking IPs are GameCubes
Yeah,
to them because they're just like they're like, well, we have a new Zelda game and then 3 Mario spin-offs. That's the direct for this year. Go fuck yourself. And then they have like 40 series behind them that they don't even think or touch.
Yeah.
And then Pikmin was like such a prevalent series on the GameCube. And then they were like, we're making one for the Wii. And then they didn't. And then they're like, we're making one for the Wii U. And it was like not even a launch title. It was like the only major game that came out for the Wii U.
Yeah, honestly, with how massively successful Pikmin was actually in Japan, I'm surprised that they didn't make a...
Yeah, they had a fucking pop star write a song like just unprompted for the game.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, and it's like, why? It's just surprising to me that everyone loves it in Japan, but America, they're like, well, that's the same thing that happened with Earthbound too. People loved it in Japan, but no one heard
Just
of it
like
in America.
Gundam.
Really?
Well,
Do
people
you-
like Gundam in America.
Do you think like I remember watching or playing the Gundam games on
I
the
never played the
PlayStation.
Gundam games, actually.
It was on the PlayStation 2, I think. But what's it called? Do you think it's like Nintendo not marketing Pikmin properly or well enough,
think
or even caring?
Nintendo
about
doesn't
it? Or
give
do you
a fuck
think,
about their other IPs.
or do you think America rejects Pikmin? America casts
Joe Biden's like, Pikmin will not exist in the United
No
States.
more
This is
Pikmin.
a Dark Brandon executive order.
That would be so sad. I'm a fanboy.
Nintendo can only work on Mario now.
They would be like, okay, because they don't care. The root of it comes down to Nintendo's development, because they market their games pretty well.
Yeah.
I think definitely some games get way more marketed than others. Like, look at the hype for Breath of the Wild 2 that was announced in the same direct. Everyone's like, yeah, because it was supposed to be announced a while ago, and they keep teasing it, they keep hyping it, and then they like drop it. But for Pikmin 4, it's like they showed 3 like 2-second clips of the game, showed the title, and that was it.
Oh yeah, I fucking hate the way Nintendo just like, here's a 2-minute every game that we're going to release.
Yeah. But
And
those are mostly for like third party or like really small titles.
And then they go into a presentation like, oh, motion controls, you can play bonkers.
Here's a new Mario Tennis game that's coming out in like 2 months, and it looks like shit. But we spent 15 minutes on it. It's just like they shaft IPs that aren't the major ones, because Pikmin's not going to make nearly as much money as Breath of the Wild 2, and that's obvious.
Or
So
a Mario
understand.
spinoff.
Yeah, I would rather see Valve at E3 showing off like their new tech.
They're good. They're a good hardware company.
Oh yeah, no, honestly,
And they're one of the only ones.
So surprised. Post Index, I was on board.
Index is a fucking great machine. I mean, they've had some failures in the past, but the fact that they're trying to begin with is crazy.
Yeah, because it's all like
pretty good at hardware.
You know, to expand the PC hardware market, you know, you got to take some chances.
Yeah.
You know, you have to like throw some shit at the wall.
I mean,
see what works.
The Steam Deck is supposedly really fucking good.
It's a good competitor for the Switch, like the handheld games and everything, and it's just PC games. Like, what more could you really want?
And like, aren't like a lot of games are like pretty like optimized for it too. Like, it's like pretty like 1-to-1. Like they're able to change.
It has some really crazy performance ratings.
My original point for bringing up Pikmin was like in the trailer that they showed, or I guess it's not even a real trailer, it's just fucking an announcement of 4 seconds. They showed like a park bench in like this green scenery. I mean, that's what the game is about. But
Whoa!
It was like,
are they like vegetables?
Dystopian Earth.
They basically are vegetables.
Like radishes and shit.
They're like plant. Well, like there's like a whole bunch of ecology that goes on in the Pikmin universe, like implicitly. I guess it's lore, yeah. Well, like the actual quote unquote lore of Pikmin is like the Earth itself is one that is like long gone from human interaction. Like in Pikmin 2, the main directive was like repay a debt. So you're finding like these old treasures of like remnants of human civilization. You'll find like a rubber duck underground or something, but it's like worth a lot of money to you. So you bring it back to the ship, and that's basically your directive for the game. That's just a lore, but like the ecology of it is Pikmin in general are just plants that are sentient beyond like what a regular plant is, or beyond what a regular plant has in terms of sentience.
The space plant.
That's a weird term then, because it is Earth still.
Well, I mean, it's beyond us, so it's a space plant.
Space plant.
Anything
enough.
beyond us is in space.
Future plant.
Well, I mean, there is no us to place relativity to where it could be.
That's too deep for me. Anyways, what I was going to say
think it
is
makes
like,
sense.
like it's probably like early footage of the game, but like the bench that they showed had like no PBR on it, because there was like it was like in a shadow, so I don't really know exactly, but it kind of looked like that had that plasticky feeling that a lot of the textures did in GTA 6.
Yeah.
Isn't Olimar like evil?
Louis is.
Oh, Louis is.
But that's a really interesting plot point. I don't know if I want to spoil the game. It's not like a huge. I don't know if
I'm
you guys
never
even
gonna
care.
play it.
Yeah,
If I do, I'm skipping all the cutscenes.
it's also
I don't
been
even
out
own a
since
Switch, so-
2004.
Yeah.
Um,
If you haven't played Pikmin yet, fuck you.
yeah.
Spoilers.
You're not going to play it if you haven't played it already. No one's gonna look at this game from fucking 2004 on the GameCube and be like, I really want to play this.
What the fuck? You guys spoiled Pikmin 1.
It's Pikmin 2, actually.
Do they not have a Pikmin 1?
No, they do.
No, they got rid of it.
Oh,
Got rid of it.
They axed it from the lore.
But for that game, it's like that's the game that you're repaying the debt in. And once you repay it, you go back to your home planet, but you forget Louis, your partner, like on the planet. And so you go back to like find where he is, and you're like going through like all the dungeons to find him.
Partner. You gay?
Olimar and Louis are canonically gay with each other. I mean, what else are they gonna do? The only two
I don't know who these characters
themselves.
are.
You've seen them. You've played Smash. You maybe haven't seen Louis.
Oh, are they
Olimar.
the blue and red?
Yeah,
Yes.
you probably haven't seen Louis, but Olimar's the red guy.
Okay.
But he gets left on the planet, and you have to go back, and you're going through all the dungeons trying to find him. That's like your mission for the end of the game. And you get to like the final boss, and he's just like sitting on a pile of just random treasure. Well, it's treasure, but it's just actual garbage.
Yeah.
And this big spider comes out of the ground, and that's like the final boss. But it's after you collect all the treasure and everything, and you actually like pick him up and take him back to your ship because he's like incapacitated or whatever. And when he gets scanned, he's talking about how he wasn't actually like in an incapacitated state, and he was like controlling this spider. Because once you knock all the armor and like all the weapons off the spider, it's basically like completely useless. Like all it does is just like foam and like run around. So it's heavily hinted at that he was controlling the spider. So it's like it's kind of implicit. It's kind of abstract. There's no like definitive ending, but it's very heavily implied that he is the main villain essentially.
That was in 3.
That's in 2.
Oh, okay.
In 3, he also causes some damage, but you like find him in the middle of the game where like you don't even know that these people exist because you play as different people from a different planet.
Yeah.
And you're going back to the planet. Like they're the ones.
They definitely are space plants.
Shut the fuck up. Dude.
You're talking about planets, man.
But it's Earth.
But you said back to the home planet.
Their home planet. Like the people are from they're space plants.
Yeah.
Whatever. The
We
Pikmin
got 'em.
themselves are space.
Boys, we got him.
Well, like the actual designs of all the animals and the plants in the game are directly correlating to animals and bugs and plants in
Real
our
life,
world
yeah.
because
Hyper mutated 10 billion years.
it's just like surrealist design. Like there's a lot of
Surrealist celery.
yeah, they're like, I see a snail. How can I fuck this thing up?
Yeah.
I really hope that there's like one Easter egg human, and it's that anatomically correct evolution of us if we were to like survive car crashes better.
Like the fucking the chunky man,
The Peter Griffin.
where he's like just an air, where
The
he's just like,
cockroach Peter Griffin.
yeah, he's just an airbag in,
Yeah.
in human form.
The human airbag.
Yeah, that's what they're designed
New
to be.
Marvel man.
Because it's like all their fat is
No,
directed
I've
to
seen
the
the
front
picture,
of
yeah.
their body and like their neck and stuff, so they're able to survive like high impacts and shit.
Gross.
AI kind of crazy though.
AI kind of nutty though. So I see
We
it's
put
fine.
1 billion people in car crashes to see how they would evolve. New video idea. We break your grandma's knees because she wouldn't pay up.
Because she wouldn't evolve.
Something else I wanted to talk about was I was reminded of this, I guess like a week or two ago, but when the Spotify, what the fuck is that called? Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year,
Oh,
where it
yeah,
shows
yeah.
you all the music you've been listening
Yeah.
to and everything. They made this genre. I don't know if they made it or like it was just derived from something and they were like, yeah, that makes sense.
Some weird like
Like it's-
algorithm like created genre.
I'm
What was
mostly
it
talking
called
about the
first and
name.
foremost?
Oh,
It's Escape Room, where it's basically like,
Should you play in an escape room?
what do you mean?
Well, you know
Is
what an
that what
escape
it
room
is?
Yeah.
Like so shit.
Is it
you would
like
play in a-
theme music for an escape room?
It's,
or-
what it- no,
be
it's
like,
really
dun, dun,
dumb.
dun, dun,
That's
dun, dun, dun.
that's why I wanted to talk about, because the genre itself isn't a genre. It's just like an amalgamation of things that are either avant-garde of other genres or they're just experimental music. And I think that it's really kind of a dumb distinction because it like desensitizes people listening to that music to think that it's just a really good interpretation of this style of music.
Mm.
So these are the people that are like JPEG Mafia, Lingua Ignota, probably Injury Reserve to some extent. It's just like music that you would consider to be just experimental rap or like
Oh, so
experimental,
they're saying-
like neoclassical, whatever the fuck Lingua Ignota is.
Escape room as in they're out of the box.
Yeah, and I think that's so stupid. That's like just calling the genre itself experimental, and it's
Well-
like experimental what?
Yeah.
Escape room what? What
Well,
room are you escaping?
Is there like
Do you-
more than just rap on that
Yeah, it's a whole
Yeah.
bunch of shit. I mean, Lingua Ignota is a fucking like neoclassical artist.
Okay.
Do you feel like the umbrella genre of experimental needs to be further
Saying
classified?
I just use experimental as like a descriptive term. It's
Okay,
like saying
that's
that.
fair.
I mean, experimental music is not a genre innately. You
Yeah.
can't say that this is experimental music because what is the basis for
Yeah.
it?
What is the
Very true.
What are you experimenting on? Music?
It's like how much of
Well-
other genres are you pulling in that it's like, I mean, like you cannot create a music genre that is completely independent of another genre, which that's why I think something like saying it's experimental music or escape room is just innately dumb because you're completely removing it from whatever original
the
genre that it
context.
came from.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, what if there's just a new classification for it? What if there was like instead of escape room, it was just like a more accurate subset of which?
but that's how genres come to be, and that's what I think escape room is really failing to do because it's just encompassing all of these genres that could be new. It's like you love this style of music, you love say reggae or something, and you want to expand on the sounds that have already been established and everything. You can make experimental reggae, but you could just be slapped under escape room. And then you're like, well, fuck, I'm not
What
creating
am
a new
I?
genre
Yeah.
now. I'm just escape room.
Yeah.
And it's like putting a hard roadblock off of any new genres being made.
Okay, so you're saying that it stops the further classification of
Yeah.
more experimental.
I get what you're
Because you're just
music.
putting it under an umbrella term by saying, yeah, this is experimental music. You don't need to know anything more about it.
There
Don't you
should
think-
just be like an unclassified genre, though.
Yeah,
That's even worse.
Well, how is
Don't
it
you
not?
wait? Hang on. Don't you think that like
It's explicitly stating that it's not classified for it to be classified.
Oh, okay. I
yeah, 'cause I was gonna say
maybe.
like couldn't like a song or a particular artist or album or whatever like it could exist under multiple umbrellas at once. You
Mhm.
know, it can't. It's not just like it's not just rap. It's not just experimental. It's
Well,
not
look
just
at
experimental
something
rap. Like you know what I mean? Like you could like if you look up rap, like you could get a JPEG Mafia song, you know, whereas like you look up experimental music, obviously you'll get like a fuck ton of shit, but you also might get a JPEG Mafia song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
But
like
that's the problem with that.
You
Because if
think?
you look up escape room, you're gonna get a whole bunch of random shit.
yeah.
Maybe that's what you're looking for, but I feel like there's just better ways to classify it. Like you can look at be like,
I get what you're saying.
What if there's someone who isn't looking for a specific genre, like a specific subset,
wants to
and
hear
they just
something
want to
new.
hear something new? Yeah.
well,
Like,
there's already spaces for something like that, anyways. I mean, you can
such
look.
as.
I mean, every noise at once. You can just look at any genre and be like, I'm gonna listen to see what this is.
Yeah, that is fair, but
It's
that
not
also
as-
like where I feel like having it on something like Spotify versus like, oh, you have to know to go to every noise at once
Yeah.
to be like, oh, you know, I can go here and find every fucking genre listed. Some motherfucker under a rock doesn't know every noise at once exists.
Yeah,
Everynoiseatonce.com.
it's not as accessible. You're right, but I feel like it's just not that hard to look and be like, I want to hear something that's like experimental rap music or like experimental
Yeah.
like psychedelic rock.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I-
I also think, I'll be honest, I think Spotify just makes up genres.
They do.
It's like I think it's like some algorithm thing or whatever. Because obviously it's based off some playlists or whatever. But like, I don't know. I remember looking at my
Yeah.
Spotify Wrapped and seeing like some of the genres that were listed. I'm like, what the fuck am I even reading right now? Like it felt like none of them made sense.
That's
but I
what
don't know.
like Apple Music is worse. Well, they
Really?
don't make up genres, but they have a lack of
yeah.
diversification because it's just like you'll listen to fucking System of a Down and then you'll listen to fucking like Coldplay and it'll be like
Hard
alternative rock.
Yeah,
And it's like,
alternative rock,
okay,
yeah.
like, yeah, okay.
Alternative rock is like another one of those like kind of experimental music where it's like a catch-all for just
Yeah.
like whatever they can't explain with a simple rock.
Because it's
or
mostly
whatever.
what I interpret as alternative music is indie music.
Yeah.
That's like what my brain connects.
what even is indie music?
From-
I've
in my
never known
mind,
what it
it's
is.
like bedroom stuff.
Oh, just like stuff that you
it's
didn't
usually-
make in like a studio.
Yeah, it's
like-
usually. I mean, you can make it in a studio, but it's usually like simple riffs or they're like pretty catchy. I don't know the actual descriptive like sonic elements that go into indie music, but you can definitely pick one out from a crowd once you've heard enough indie.
okay.
It's
I
mostly
think
people
it's
making
also
it in
like a
their
little
bedroom.
sloppier. I think like it's not like as clean as like a lot of like pop music where it's like hyper produced, you know?
The raw gem.
Yeah.
I would say it's like akin to punk music, but not
A
as
little,
abrasive, or it's like trying to be more like pop music, but it's less so.
Yeah. And personally, I would think like for alternative rock, like I think of like Soundgarden and like stuff like that.
That's grunge.
Like, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Because like
100%.
Yeah, because no, I guess that is grunge. But I guess that's like an alternative to rock, right?
But that's the point that we're making is
I know.
saying that it's alternative
Yeah.
rock is the same thing as saying it's escape
That was
room.
that's
just
what
for-
I said.
Yeah. We're looping.
Yeah, we are. So
Welcome to the Null Thought Acid.
Have you guys heard of Keffals?
No, I haven't actually.
I've heard of the name.
Yeah, her name is like obviously some people don't know who she is, but like she has like a lot of like severe like haters, and then like a lot of like people who support the ever living fuck out of her.
Oh, so any internet personality.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and so
Even us.
but so maybe
I hate us.
So like basically, so what happened was she was known on Twitter for like ratioing people. Like she would always like say shit like she would reply to like Ben Shapiro and say like, I've always wanted to ratio Ben Shapiro, and would get like a lot of likes or whatever.
Okay.
And then like people would applaud her and be like, woo, yay, we love her.
So like, is she getting some flack for stirring up trouble and actually getting into trouble?
So what happened was like, because of like her presence online, she got like a lot of haters. And so this website, Kiwi Farms, have you ever heard of this website?
I've run into them a couple times. I'm not like 100% sure what they exactly do though.
So Kiwi Farms is like it's a website that was like, it was built to follow and like document like lol cows. Like it started with Chris Chan. But
yeah. Okay.
But like it moved to like there's like other boards with like other people that they follow, and Keffals became one of those people.
Okay.
Where like and like you go on this board and it's like a place where people dig up dirt, and like a lot of like personal doxes are like listed on there.
Oh, cool.
And so she got doxed on Kiwi Farms.
Huge.
And she ended up getting swatted. And so
people still do that shit?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. And
Way
so
to live in the past, guys. Send a pizza.
You gotta move along, move ahead. And so basically, she stated that the Toronto police like busted into the place and like pointed a gun at her, dead named her, misgendered her, like did a bunch of like fucked up shit. And then like took her computer and like shit like that, and like or confiscated them.
Oh, did she get them back? Or?
Well, she made the claim on Twitter that like I probably like she made like a whole GoFundMe because she was like what's it called? She said like I'm not gonna get my computer back for like a month at least. They said, and like all this other shit.
Okay.
And so she was asking for I think like $20,000. And she said, after the $20,000, anything that's raised beyond that, I will use to begin a lawsuit to sue the police department for doing some, wrong behavior. Or whatever.
Okay.
And so what happened was people started donating. She passed the $20,000 very quickly. And then,
do you happen to know what the total?
So let me get to that. So the $20,000 goal was hit. And it was surpassed, and it reached, and the money that was in it was like $30,000, and it was surpassing it. And then she raised the pot from $20,000 to $40,000.
Oh.
And like as it would surpass, she would raise it $10,000, raise it by $10,000 each time, and kept raising it, and eventually raised it to $100,000. And she raised more than $100,000, I think like $109,000 or something.
Okay.
And
now this is starting to get into some weird territory. Yeah.
And so she took that money. And so all while this is going on, she's like,
have to be like a counter lawsuit for this.
Well, so hang on, like, so there was a what's it called? So like she used this as like an opportunity to like go after Kiwi Farms, like they got like a lot of bad publicity or whatever, and because like of all the doxing and swatting and shit.
No,
and so
I would imagine
like she what's it called? She was like. She went to like different hotels and she got like doxed at each one, but like a lot of her behavior kind of led to that happening. Like she would post pictures like inside the hotel room and like like I feel like if you were getting doxxed like constantly, you would just stop posting pictures, stop doing any of that shit. Yeah. And it's not like force people into hiding or whatever. It's just about like, you know, there isn't really safety.
Like there's nothing.
There's not a legal like avenue towards like punishing someone for doxing yet. Like that just doesn't exist. So like to do that and then like I don't know, it's just weird. But basically, so she ended up moving to like Ireland or Scotland or some shit. Like she takes this 100K, puts it in savings, and then moves to Europe, and then is now living in Europe with this 100K. And there's been no lawsuit filed, and I think she said that she's not going to follow up on the lawsuit after all anyway. And I was skeptical from the beginning because it's like, who are you going to sue really? Because like the whole point of like
they're
swatting,
going
like,
in on a report.
on like a note or like a tip that's shitty. And it's like, they're kind of forced to respond. They have exactly. And it's like, you know, she said that she called like the cops like prior to this and said like, you know, if there's something that's weird that happens, like, you know, don't send a SWAT team or whatever. But it's like, you can't really just ask the cops to do that. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't really work like that.
What if the event happens that you do need like a SWAT team? I mean, it wouldn't be likely.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like the cops have no like precedence for it. You know what I mean? Like they don't have like
they just know they're going to somebody's house because there's a SWAT call.
Yeah. And so like she got like a lot of backlash, obviously, but there are still like a fuck ton of people that support her and just like, I'm happy she got the money, like whatever, like it doesn't, no skin off my back.
Those are the people who didn't support anything.
Yeah, probably. They didn't.
They're coping because they're the ones that gave money and they're like, well.
Yeah, that maybe that too.
I'm so glad I was a tier 3 sub.
But it's just so weird to me because it's like, she also like made claims on Twitter where she was saying like she was on track to earn well over 100K like in the year, and then still like needed the GoFundMe to like do all this shit. When it's like, you know, like, I don't know. People have been swatted in the past and it's like never really been.
Never been that bad.
It's never been that bad.
I feel
like a big deal. Like it happens once and then like people just like, you know, like, I don't know.
Like you know that one streamer, Ice Poseidon?
Yeah.
Oh
well, he gets swatted constantly.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's because of, but this is the thing. It's because of like his community and he goads it on. You know what I mean? Like he does it, he plays it
on
up for
first
content.
name basis.
You know what I mean?
Police,
yeah.
No doubt.
Goad.
Like with Keffals, she kind of goaded people too, like by posting pics that like allow her to get doxxed and shit.
Yeah, it's just like
it's
how
unfortunate.
At
like,
what point are you so irresponsible for yourself that this isn't on purpose?
Yeah. Cause like doxing is really weird. Cause it's like all of it is like public information. It's just a matter of like collecting it and like displaying it in like one area and then doing something with it. Like doxing itself is not illegal. Swatting is illegal, you know, calling in a fake police tip or whatever. But like, you know, who knows who put in that tip? You know what I mean? Like, it's so hard to even fucking find out.
I'm not gonna fault her for getting swatted, but
no, definitely not. She doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, after the first time getting swatted, it's like
you need to change your behavior a little bit.
If you're posting pictures of where you are, I feel like that's just it's not your fault that you're getting doxxed because of that, but also you're giving them way easier access.
You're giving them
kind
the
of
ammunition.
Yeah.
And it's like those people will not change because all of a sudden, you know, you got swatted once. If they want you dead, they want you dead. Like
we don't know their motives.
I know. I'm just saying, but like if someone wants,
people have died in SWAT raids.
Oh
before.
Yeah, definitely. Their motive is like probably just humiliation.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that their motive is their motive. They're not going to change that because something happened to you once. If they're not satisfied, they're not satisfied.
Yeah, true. They're going to keep going after you. And that's the problem. Like with internet psychos, it's like you kind of have to taper your behavior to deal with them so they don't fuck up all your shit.
Yeah, which kind of sucks.
It does suck. It's really unfortunate, but it's like, how do you challenge like legally someone just like taking information that's posted publicly and like posting that somewhere?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
really out there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't like, it's obviously wrong in some way, but it's just weird. Like, unless they're like doing some like hacking shit or some illegal activity beyond that to collect the information, then that's like another thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
the whole raising money thing, I saw that you were arguing with people on Twitter.
Yeah, I was
about
a little bit.
I definitely see how it can be kind of.
I think it's weird.
Yeah, I think
I don't know if
weird.
I don't know if it guarantees that she's scamming, but it's just weird behavior.
How it's played out since then is kind of weird.
It's just
raises an
dishonest.
eyebrow.
because like
but that's the thing. I don't think it's directly dishonest, but it's like riding the line.
No, I
Yeah.
100% believe it's like fully dishonest because she opens up the claim and she has like when you first open yourself for a donation or you're asking for something of anyone else, you don't change the stakes midway through.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like she could have kept it at a 20K thing and then just kept raising money. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't. She can still collect that money.
Because people see that. Well, the problem comes into play when people see that she hasn't reached her goal yet, but it's 20K more than what she originally
Yeah,
set
well,
out
that's
to
what
get.
I'm saying. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like
She also provided incentive in her in like essentially her deal with the people.
to donate more beyond.
Yeah, to go beyond, so that way you could fund this other thing that's happening.
Yeah.
And so there's just two levels.
and then she completely
of,
falls back off that.
It's scummy because it's the same way Fallout 76. They released like they released holiday DLC, but they marked it at like 2,400, and then they marked it half off. When you're essentially just creating a false sense of like oh, we're so close, we need to rush
we're doing
towards
something.
this. Yeah, like you're giving people false confidence and false initiative for what you're actually doing. It's just like you could just easily have done the 20K and then gone over, or you could have set 100K.
Yeah, exactly.
'cause-
Like if she were to set it at 100K from the beginning, I don't think it would be weird.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
not at all.
It's-
If you set your standard and then you followed through with
Yeah.
what you said you were going to do, it's just dishonest.
Yeah.
If you change up your tone midway through.
And also, if she was like, because let's say, I'm just trying to get into her head. Like she could have been like extremely emotionally like fucked from this and like pissed at the police department and like legitimately wanted to sue.
And then realize,
later on realized like, damn, there really actually isn't like a legal path for me to take.
Say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Say it.
Like say something to the public about that. Don't just like move to Ireland and then live
Yeah.
in Europe with your
And then
fucking
not talk
partner.
about it.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
not talk about it. It's just
That's the thing. Is
and
like
also,
I want to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just forgot to mention in the story, she got her computer back 2 days after.
okay.
Yeah, so like
Yeah, the series of events seem like she's being dishonest, but like I want to give her the benefit of the doubt.
I want to be
say, like,
charitable.
because I can see it how it was just like, oh well, I just wanted to keep people donating so I can fund this, and then
Yeah.
she's like, well, maybe I don't want to now. But then at that point, you should give the money back to the people who donated.
I don't even know about giving the money back, but just like
Donate
maybe
it to charity.
donate it to charity or like
Do
some
something
other
with it.
cause or something.
Isn't
like
she
that.
already known for charity work?
Yeah,
just
she is known for charity
Wipe her
work,
slate
yeah.
clean, girl. Damn.
And like another crazy thing that like happened with this is so like she was like on a what's the word, like a holy war against
A crusade.
a crusade, that's the word. She was on a crusade against
Alex would know.
yeah, he would know, against kiwi farms. And like so she was like going after.
To be fair, though, that one might be justified.
No,
I'm
absolutely.
kind
I
of
think
on board
Kiwi
with that.
Farms is a garbage site, and it
I'm not
probably
saying
should
anything.
be.
I will not aggravate Kiwi Farm.
Yeah, it should probably be taken down. But they basically like the way Keffals went about it, I think was wrong. She like first like she made like what's it called?
Is she just trying to like essentially do like some troll fucking shutdown?
No, what do you mean trolls? Like shut down the trolls?
It could be either that or I'm thinking that she just tries
trolling.
to flood essentially Kiwi Farms with a bunch of
No,
bullshit.
not like that. So
Okay.
like basically what she did, like she contacted like Cloudflare, which is their hosting site, and like try to get them booted or try to get Kiwi Farms off of it.
Yeah, are they
And then, like,
actually doing anything inherently illegal?
I don't know.
I feel like there's a lot of like really close
Yeah.
shit that's on there.
there are
but-
probably like users who have done illegal shit with the information, but I don't know if
like if there's
the
like
site
direct
itself.
correlation that
Yeah.
you could do anything with that. That's an
Yeah.
interesting little loophole.
And so like she like over the span of like however many weeks or whatever, she was like contacting like other people, like other big companies that were hosted by Cloudflare, saying like this your hosting service is hosting this bad site, like going
to
after
be
like
fair,
everyone.
if you're Keffal, what do you do? Like
No,
if
I
you want to
think-
go
no,
against Kiwi
definitely.
Farms, what do you do?
Yeah, no, I think it's there are definitely like going to get the site taken down is like the way to go.
My phone, no.
But
my phone keeps falling. My
so,
acoustic
like,
phone.
she and then another thing that she did was she said that she like alluded to like she made a tweet saying that apparently Cloudflare is hosted in a region in Ukraine which is contested by the Russians right now.
Perfect.
So she was like saying like basically implying that somebody should firebomb the server
that's
unit.
not good.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And so like that was a little too far.
Yeah, that seems
and so apparently she got the site taken down, Kiwi Farms, somehow. I don't know how exactly it turned how it panned out. But then she also got it taken off the Internet Archive, which is
crazy.
Also like another crazy thing.
Wow.
Which is like something that doesn't happen unless
Ever.
like unless the person who owns the material requests it to get taken off. You can do that. But like,
does she own Kiwi Farms?
No. that would be the next level like scum conspiracy. But no, like the owner of Kiwi Farms is like this fucking. I think the guy like made it when he was in high school. I don't know if he's in high school anymore. He's probably like in his 20s or something.
He's been like in high school for about like 20 years.
But he's like a young guy, and his like his mom helps fund the site. I think.
My dad.
Yeah, really?
No,
Wow.
not actually.
But yeah, so I don't know. It's really weird because like on one hand, Kiwi Farms is definitely fucked up and should probably be taken off the internet. But like the way Keffals went about it, like was
I'll take the
toxic.
lesser of two evils option. 100K of random people's money for Kiwi Farms being taken down. I mean, companies lose our companies lose our personal information all the time.
I mean, we didn't send her money, so it's easy for us to say.
It is easy for us.
But it seems like a lot of the people who did send her money were like, well,
yeah, the people I feel like the majority of people who have sent her money don't care.
At least there was an outcome of it
on.
that actually happened. Like if they like seeing,
I guess Kiwi Farms. Yeah, that is true. There was a deliverable of Kiwi Farms being taken down, and that was an actual outcome.
If Keffal's an unsung national hero now.
They get she gets the presidential medal.
She gets a Purple Heart for taking down Kiwi Farms.
Dark Brandon, get on this.
My first Dark Brandon acolyte, Keffals.
That's been the NULL podcast.
I was Alex.
I was Zane.
Anthony.
At about 52 minutes, I stopped being Zane.